Welcome to Stronghold Crusader 2, my liege.
Yes, hello and welcome to Stronghold Crusader 2 with me, Bubblebox. I've been waiting for this game to come out for quite a long time. Really anticipated the release of this game. I have played previous Strongholds in the series, Stronghold 2 and Stronghold Legends, although I didn't really play much of the old Stronghold Crusader, and I'm really interested to seeing what they've done with this game. Of course, I did also get Stronghold 3, which was the disaster that it was, but we'll put that behind us, give Firefly another chance, and hopefully they've done a good job with this one. This is a sort of... I've been playing this game for about 30 or 40 minutes just to get some idea of the gameplay and how it's changed and stuff like that. And this is really a first impression. This is not a review. I'll do maybe do a review after I've been playing it for many hours, but this first video, first impressions, let's see what we make of the game. So in single player, first of all, you've got some tutorials which you can play. These are very simple tutorials for the complete beginner to the game. They're actually very sort of intuitive, what you would do anyway, but it's worth playing through them if you haven't played it before. Then we've got this new feature in the game, the learning campaigns. We've got 3 preparations, Lionheart and Saladin, and you play through them, and I guess learning a little bit more in a little bit more depth how to play. So they're sort of a halfway house between the tutorials and the actual campaigns themselves. So the skirmish trails, these are really the single player campaigns, or the single player campaign. We've got a few of them here. We've got Baptism, Breath of the Infidel, Desert Heat, Way of the Warrior, A Trial of Tears, Hell's Tears. It looks like you have to sort of unlock the previous ones, ones before you can get on to playing the others as well. So that's that, and then we've got the custom skirmish where you can just skirmish like in any other game. You can play against the AI and stuff like that. There's quite a variety of maps that you can choose from already. Now I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that there is a sort of map building editor built into this game. I haven't looked into it in depth and I haven't managed to find it yet, but I'm sure you can share your maps with your friends and play on your own maps with people that also download the maps that you create. So that's a really exciting part of the game, because map editors do allow the community to make some awesome maps and play some epic battles, especially in multiplayer games. So that's the skirmish, really. That's pretty straightforward like any other game. Then you've got a sandbox mode as well, and there's 3 maps in this sandbox mode where you can sort of get to grips with the game. You can build, if you want to build a magnificent castle or a magnificent economy with a castle or without a castle, you can do this in the in this kind of sandbox mode without having AI or other players ruining your day and destroying all your stuff, basically, if you're into that sort of thing. And then we've got the community map. So this is where I guess you'll store your creations and you'll be able to share them with the community, I guess, anyway. I'm guessing that's what happens. Now before we get on and start doing one of the learning campaigns and having a look at that, we'll just have a quick look at multiplayer, because multiplayer is going to be a big part of this game, as it was in previous Crusader and in the previous Stronghold series, the ones that worked anyway. So there's the normal lobby, plenty of games in the lobby. I won't go into detail about the multiplayer because I haven't even checked it out myself yet, but if we go into one very quickly and just have a very quick look, I won't stay in too long because I'll be sort of butting in on someone else's. Yeah, here we are. So you sort of choose your faction, you choose the side you're on, and the host actually chooses everything, pretty much everything else. I'll just come out of there. Oh, actually I got kicked, so there you go. Just come out of there before they kick me, I was going to say. And of course you can also host your own game. You put a bit of gobbledygook in there. You can create your own game, and you can change all the different parameters that are changeable, sort of resource wise, money wise, and balance. You can play against the computer, you can play against the humans, you can play against a mixture of computers and humans. There's the range of maps there again, same as before. So yeah, again, we'll have a look at that in a little bit more detail when we get onto the multiplayer part of the game. Now also in the multiplayer, in the reviews and things, it's been saying that there's a co-op part of the multiplayer whereby the people playing the co-op sort of have control of the same units and the same economy, which brings out some really interesting sort of gameplay types that you could use. For example, you could have one player using sort of making all the economy for you while the other player's doing all the battles, or you could have players taking different areas of the map, and I mean it's endless really. And if that works, if that mechanic works, and again it's not tested, it's just like saying, telling you what there should be in the game, then that's going to be a really nice addition to the Stronghold series. So let's go back to the single player anyway, and start off one of these learning campaigns and show you bits and pieces. We'll start off in preparations, and we'll number one.
Following a long sea voyage, you will be the first ashore in this strange new land. Take a landing party and prepare for the main force's arrival by clearing the area of the ruins of the old fishing village and collecting some supplies.
So pretty simple first campaign. We've got to collect apples, wood, and destroy a few buildings. And you can have it on easy difficulty, normal, or hard. And I'll put it on normal just so we can get through the sort of tutorial-like campaigns fairly quickly. But when I do the actual campaign, I may well play it on the difficulty setting. So we'll get crack. Oh, sorry. First of all, there are a few hints if you want to click them. I won't read through them, but there are hints on how to play the different scenarios if you need them. And there's also I'll call it a Civipedia. I shouldn't perhaps use that word in a Stronghold game. A Strongopedia, whereby you can check out sort of anything about. So you can access this during the game and check out anything about any building or any unit or any concept within the game as well. Close that. Okay, so let's get cracking into our first little game.
This is a strange land indeed, sire. Not like the green hills of home, that's for sure.
Now I have turned down the commentary of the volume of the commentary of the squire that does the commentary a little bit, because he does rabbit on a bit. So we've got these units first of all. I'll turn it up a little bit so you can hear him a little bit. We've got these units which are going to first of all start to scavenge these stockpiles and things.
Sire, we should make room on the oasis.
And I think there's a couple over here as well. Get hold of them. So they were just saying there that the first thing you want is wood, because you're going to need wood to build anything. So we'll just place a couple of wood piles down, then I'll tell you a little bit more about what I think of the game. So get rid of that. Yes, I will.
They will always chop down the closest tree they find.
So I'm going to place the woodcutters kind of close to the trees, but also fairly close to our stockpile, because they will transfer wood from the trees to the woodcutter, make planks, and then send the planks to the stockpile. Similar thing with the granary. You'll be making food which will be transferred directly into the granary, so the food producing buildings need to be near the granary, and other buildings need to be near to other things which we can come across later. So we need to start chopping down these buildings as well. These two guys have scavenged that. There's one more up here. There's one there as well. Yep, doing that already, thank you very much. So in this game we've got to make lots of apples, we've got to make lots of wood, and we've got to clear all these things with the exclamation marks on them, these red exclamation marks, all of these ruins as well.
Sire, we have uncovered a cache of resources.
Now it would have been nice if they'd have perhaps sort of gone automatically to the next ruin, but you have to sort of order them to go to each individual ruin, which is okay. I mean, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Let's just get him going over there.
Sire, we have uncovered a cache of food.
Cool.
Sire,
so
we have uncovered a cache of resources.
Right, so I'd probably need to build one or two more wood cutters, and then get onto the apple farms. Oh, get rid of that. So we'll build a couple more wood cutters just here, and then we'll get cracking with some apple farms as well. Now the farms you have to build on the green pastures, on the oases as they're called, as close to the granary as you can. And it's really important when you start playing, like especially in multiplayer and stuff like that, that you position your stockpile and your granary in a very good position right at the start of the game, because you kind of can't move them after that. So we need to keep getting rid of these buildings. Where's my other guys? There's one up here. Get him back down. Kick some buildings down. We did have another soldier. Where is he? Is that him? Yeah.
Our scouts have sighted hidden supply caches out in the desert.
More?
We should
Where?
send some troops out to dig them up.
Oh, there's one over there. We'll send him over there to get that cache. So all we're doing at the moment is knocking down trees and making room for our apple farms, because we need a bunch of apples, we need to knock down all the buildings, and we need a bunch of planks to complete this first quite simple scenario. So can we fit in any more? We can get another apple farm in
we
there.
have uncovered a cache of food.
Excellent.
Sire, we have uncovered a cache of resources.
Lots of... Oh, and... what's that? Okay, we've got a tornado. That's new to the game. They never had tornadoes in the previous versions, I'm pretty sure. So it looks like we've got some new disasters to keep our interest in the game and keep us busy. I guess they'll kill people and... Oh, they knocked down some of those buildings for us, so that's quite good. We don't have to do that one now. We'll just keep our... In fact, he got damaged there. You can see he's been damaged quite a lot by that tornado. I don't know if the other one died or he's still around. Is he stuck in there? He's not stuck in there. He's actually stuck. I think he got blown into there and he's now stuck in position. So. Oh well, okay. Looks like I've lost the use of him. Now we've got another soldier up here. So we'll get him knocking stuff down. Let's get him over here knocking stuff down. Did I lose that other soldier? Perhaps I did. We'll knock down with one. So these guys are busy chopping. Now, can we build another one of these yet? Not quite. Now the graphics wise, it's not completely, I wouldn't say modern types of graphics you get in some games, but I mean I quite like it. It's fairly similar still to the old games, but they have spiced things up a bit. They've changed the details a lot better on the models. Some of the models have changed completely, such as the wood chopper's hut I think has completely changed, and even the apple farms changed as well. You've now got like some, they don't quite look like apples, like blight or something, but they've got them on there anyway. And they've added little details like some lighting and this thing here, whatever that was meant to be over there, that fire. So they have added some things in. The cactus, I don't remember the cactus with the spines either. And this sort of the detail is certainly better on the stockpile and on the granary and stuff like that. So it has certainly been improved. And I do know they've also added in a couple of extra, not sure if they've added in extra buildings. They've certainly added in some extra units and some extra oh, there's another cache over there. Some extra buildings and some other extra bits and pieces into the game, but they haven't added too much. And they did say when they were developing the game, I was sort of keeping a check on this game because it is one I have been looking forward to playing. They did say that they're been very careful to keep to the feel of the old game. Now you could argue that that means they're not going to change anything, but they have changed a few things. The graphics are definitely better, even though perhaps not completely up to perhaps modern day standards, shall we say. But they have added extra units. They are, remember, only quite, I think on when you compare them to big companies, they are quite a small company, and they do produce some awesome games for a company of their size. The last game being the exception, because that was terrible. I'm sure even they now would admit that. But it seems to be playing quite well. It's quite smooth. This guy up here is your lord, standing on top of his castle. You can move him out of your castle. You can move him anywhere on the map. But beware, if he dies, you lose the game immediately. So you have to keep him nice and safe. There are lots of different units that you can build on this. There's swordsmen and archers and crossbowmen and horse archers and knights on horseback and lots of different types of units. With again, there are some new units that are being introduced as well. Can we build another apple farm? We can. Excellent. Okay. One important concept is your popularity, which you need to try and keep a little bit in the green so that peasants come. If it's in the green, peasants come. If it's in the red, peasants leave. And if it's neutral, nothing happens. They don't come or leave. So let's keep chopping these. You better not get stuck. We lost one guy. So yeah. Let's can we build another one now? I need lots of apples, please. Lots of apples I need. I still haven't got any space. Let's build a couple more wooders so that they get those trees chopped down a bit faster. Okay. Where was I? What was I saying? Can't remember. Oh yes, there's also mercenaries in the game as well. These are a lot of Arabic type units, and you can get, there's a wide variety of those. There's siege weapons, and I think they've got actually a couple of 1 or 2 new types of siege weapon they're introducing into this game as well. So I'll be interested when we progress in the campaigns to see what they look like and what damage they can do. And of course, a big part of this game is building your castle. Now they have got new kind of physics and damage and stuff, and in the previews, we're not going to build a castle in this episode by the looks of it, but in the previews they showed, it did look really, really nice, and they've gone back to the sort of block building rather than the curve building that was in Stronghold 3, I think, to make things simpler and to make things run a lot more smoothly, and indeed it does seem to do that. It runs very, very nice in single player. I will hold my opinion on multiplayer, of course, until I play the multiplayer. So how are we getting on anyway? Let's just get some more. Basically, we just need lots of apples at the moment. So we're nearly killed. We've knocked down 12 of the buildings. We've got enough wood. So basically, we're just 78 out of 100 apples. We just need more apples, really, and then this this episode, or this part of the scenario, will be complete, I guess. We just need to knock down these buildings as well. So if you've got any comments on the game, do write them in the comments. I'd be interested, and also I would be interested in maybe getting together with some people and playing a bit of multiplayer, especially experimenting with this new co-op part of the multiplayer where people can have like different roles and control the same armies, and that might be really, really interesting. So if you're interested in that, write me a comment and we'll try and get together on Steam or something in the next few weeks and have a couple of games in multiplayer which I might be able to post on the site there. So let's try and see if we can get another apple farm in anywhere now. No, still no room. Looks like we just, oh yes, there's a little bit of room up here in the north of the oasis. The crops, or the crops and like the foodstuffs have to be grown on these green areas, the oasis areas. The production buildings can actually, oh, we've won. The production buildings can actually be placed anywhere. And the idea of the game is really that you have enough food to feed your villagers, and your villagers will of course also be making production and producing iron and stone and wood, and then you've got your people producing bows and other weapons, and then you've got your army, so you can have enough food to feed everyone, plus enough production going on to feed or to produce a big army and a strong castle. So you've got to think about all those things when you are starting to progress in the game. So I think that's about it for my little first play of this game. I hope you've kind of got something out of it, and if you're considering buying it, you've got some idea. Again, a little bit of a disclaimer is I haven't had a look at the multiplayer or played a multiplayer match yet, so I don't know how that's going to run, but the single player seems to run okay. I did have a little go on the skirmish as well. That seems to work fine. I haven't tried to build anything in the sandbox and the community maps or anything like that yet though. So thanks for watching. If you've got any comments, or let me know if you'd like me to play some of these, because I really used to enjoy this game so much, and I want it to be I really want it to be good. I really want this game to be a good game with a good community and lots of people playing it, and I really hope that it's a success for the company as well. So yeah, and of course there'll be plenty more Red Dragon, don't you worry about that. That's still actually my favourite game, dare I say it, in a Stronghold 2 video. But thanks for watching. Please do comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.